If you're anything like me, you have a love for the weirder side of indie gaming. And 2025 provided some standout titles, weird horrors, roguelites, and a really interesting game about data collection. It's hard to see how the year can get even better, but until then, let's look at some of the best hidden gems of 2025 so far. So take a seat, sit back, open Steam, and start wishlisting. Tyrants Realm. Not the first stab at making a roguelite Souls-like, but definitely makes an impression with its PS1 aesthetic. Tyrants Realm comes from Team Tyrant. Their hours must be murder. You're tasked with ending the reign of the tyrant, and that requires a lot of weapons, gear, and constant dying. Combat is typical of your Souls-like. Either find a shield to circle around before attacks, or learn the proper way to parry and take enemies down faster. Every run is unique, as the biome changes every time you respawn, but make sure you take some luck with you when it's time to fight the bosses. They can be murder. A very early release in the year, but still a fun time to spend some hours in. Luckily the game isn't very long, even for a roguelite, so great for gaming on a dedicated weekend. Cruel. There's been a recent surge of a new genre of shooter I call a corridor racer. Games like Mullet Mad Jack, Angerfoot, and Post Void fall into the same genre, and Cruel is another great entry in the series. Run through the level, taking out enemies quickly before they get a shot off, but speed is the key here, since the level is burning up behind you and you need to reach the end before that happens. Kick, slide, and shoot to make sure no one stands in your way, because that fire is here to kick at your teeth and steal your wife. A fun, fast-paced time that will test your shooting skills and make you realize it's not just a name, but also a descriptor. Beyond Citadel. One of the games included in the Waifus with Raifus pack on Steam, and something of a gun nut stream. Beyond Citadel from Dui Kuramori is the sequel to the Citadel, and is all about hot anime girls and guns. Someone just stopped the video to go buy it, and good on you. Beyond Citadel's selling point is realistic gunplay, with weapons sometimes requiring more than one key press to properly reload or check your mag, and there are a variety of weapons. From the more futuristic to just classic assault rifles. All of them feel properly punchy and require good strategy to use. While the game might look a bit drab, the combat and sheer variety of weapons will satisfy any FPS fan. Butcher's Creek. Short, horrifying, and made by Dave Zemansky. That's the only description you need. Dave Zemansky is one of the best indie devs working today, most famous for creating the impossibly brilliant Dusk. Butcher's Creek is an homage to the Condemned and Manhunt series. Find a weapon and start hitting the cultists till you leave nothing but a thick paste where their faces used to be. Find yourself in environments that will make your skin itch, and call up your doctor to check if you've had your tetanus shots. As with previous games, it's all about the atmosphere and sound design that really pulls you in and helps make your skin crawl. Check it out for a great gory time. Just be aware, the game's pretty short, so maybe see about getting it on sale. Faceminer. You know all those NordVPN ads you have to sit through? Well, now you get to play the people they purport to protect you from. Neat. Faceminer from Wristwork, a name we men are all familiar with. Ha! High five. Faceminer is a clicker game set against the backdrop of pre-Y2K. Your task of harvesting data for your company, upgrading the system to harvest even more, because the need for data can never be sated. Climb the corporate ladder, make the planet and internet a worse place, and gossip about Janet who works down the corridor. All in one day of work. It's a fun little clicker game with an intriguing premise and a kicking soundtrack to listen to while managing all your resources. Labyrinth of the Demon King. I don't cover a lot of horror games because they all just start blending together in my head, but Labyrinth stood out due to its unique setting and definite throwback to PS2 horror games. And it delivered on all fronts. Punchy, intense combat complements a dark and oppressive atmosphere that makes playing Labyrinth of the Demon King an experience. Check out my video if you want more details, but the game just recently got a big update that took care of some of the issues I had with my first playthrough, and more stuff is promised down the road. If you feel like delving deep into the Labyrinth, there's no time like the present. Haste, Broken Worlds. A gorgeous fast-paced runner from Landfall Games, where you try to get through the levels before they fall apart around you. The speed is breakneck as you master running, jumping, sliding, and using your hoverboard to reach the end without dying to the many obstacles in your way. Pitfalls, lasers, and bullets can easily end your run and make things more complicated. This isn't just a game for speedrunners, but people who enjoy exhilarating gameplay and hours of fast-paced running that makes the blue hedgehog look lethargic. The game has been overshadowed by Landfall's much bigger hit this year, Peak, but this title should be in every gamer's collection. Centum. This one's a bit hard to explain, but let me try. From Hack the Publisher, Centum is an open-ended adventure game where everything is unreliable. Every scenario doesn't have a definitive answer, and instead, your choices shape how the story plays out. Don't expect a standard adventure game. This is for those who enjoy scratching their heads and running through the game more than once. It will take you through a journey of strange visuals, horrifying artwork, and some genuinely thought-provoking themes. But first, you have to let it in. Soul Cesto. Cesto? This art style is right up my alley. Soul Cesto is a really interesting roguelite that's also making my skin itch a little with some of the art style. Descend an ever-changing dungeon where you have to pick any of the spaces on a 4x4 grid. Pick a lane and then your character will end up on a random block. Does it have a monster to hurt you? An item? Gold? Only luck decides. You can find items to help you even the odds by locking off some blocks, and if that doesn't work, you can find stone teeth. An interesting take on roguelites, and an art style that make it stand out. It's something worth checking out. It's in early access now, but the devs promise to add more teeth over time. What that means, you'll have to find out. Sultan's Game. A turn-based resource management game where you're advising the Sultan on all his machinations. Sultan's Game has you advising the Sultan, where every week you draw a card and are tasked with completing the task it gives you, before the 7 days are up, or your head will fall off. You need to use the cards wisely, choose who you benefit and who you send to their deaths. Your survival hinges on every decision you make. It's an intricate but easy to understand system that just feels intuitive once you start playing. The art style is also gorgeous, and pulls you into this wonderful yet deadly world of the Sultan's court. Metal Garden. Viscera Fest was the most fun I had playing an FPS this year so far. But Metal Garden moved me in a way I never expected. Hauntingly beautiful, and also having some fun gunplay. Metal Garden is an atmospheric FPS that left me wanting more, but also feeling fulfilled. I love talking about how indie games are great at giving a perfect short experience, and Metal Garden is just that. Explore a giant megastructure, find logs detailing the secrets and mechanics of this world, while hearing the gears move and mash to power it. It's a game that feels incredibly large in scope, but also so tight and refined in execution. I loved it, and I hope you go try it out. Oh yeah, the gunplay? Great too. Gives me Halo or Half-Life 2 vibes. Wonderful stuff. I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on Tenerasoft, and I'm looking forward to see what they do next. Aviassembly. Build your own plane, take it to the skies, and hilariously hit the ground at Mach speed. Aviassembly is an open-world flight game, where you can put together a plane and then take it on missions to deliver cargo in order to raise cash for more parts. The game has a wonderful minimal visual style, but the building options look pretty extensive, and I love the idea of just seeing how far I can push the limits of building a plane shaped like a person. There are multiple biomes to fly around and an extensive list of parts you can unlock and paste onto your plane. Maybe see what happens if you put a propeller on a jet engine. Nothing good, I could imagine. A game for those who feel like exploring the creative side and also trying to fly a plane upside down, like in Top Gun. Nubby's Number Factory. Nope, that isn't a dirty joke, but instead is a plinko roguelite that is very eye-catching. I love the Windows 95 visuals and big 3D render graphics. It takes me back to when Windows didn't keep asking me to update every few hours. You drop your ball and try to hit as many numbers on the way down, all in the service to make your quota. Or the sun will blow up. As you progress, you'll find power-ups to help out and play on more complicated boards down the line. Great for playing while watching a movie or a YouTube video, like mine. If you like indies, why not subscribe? And keep your eyes posted for more great games to come. The Stone of Madness. We somehow entered a golden age of character strategy games, and no one noticed or cared. Stone of Madness is another title from the Game Kitchen, The same devs that made the Blasphemous games, and the Stone of Madness shares that bleak outlook on life and amazing art style. 5 people are trapped in a monastery turned madhouse, and you need to utilize all their skills to escape. Every character has their own phobias you need to consider, keep their sanity in check, or it will trigger a traumatic event that will change how the character plays. It's a bit of a dark setting that most people might be put off from, but great gameplay and strategic planning make this a real hidden gem. Out of hands. I'm gonna need a hand explaining this one. Sorry, I reused that joke, but whether that bothers you is out of my hands. A solo-developed horror deck-building game, Out of Hands has a unique collage style that mixes live action, animation, and other visual styles for an unnerving but compelling experience. Combat is typical, in using cards to deal damage, heal, draw more cards, but the design of them are anything but. You also use hands to build your face that gives certain bonuses that can help you hand out more damage. This is a weird game, but don't discard it for that. Its weirdness might just pull you in. There's a demo if you feel like you need to be taken by the hand before you decide to get it. Boom! A list of interesting games that came out this year, and I hope some of them do get the coverage they deserve later down the line. I hope some of you picked up 1 or 2 and enjoyed them. Let me know what stood out for you. But until I see you all next time, have a great day and enjoy gaming. Goodbye!